Hello, everyone. Today, we delve into a critical issue that will shape America's industrial future and national security: how we ensure the secure supply of critical minerals and rebuild a more resilient global supply chain. Recent diplomatic engagements across the Asia-Pacific region clearly demonstrate a deliberate and unwavering strategy by the U.S. government. This strategy is about mitigating risks and securing our future. First, let us focus on the U.S.-China economic and trade consultations held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Our team, led by Treasury Secretary Yellen and Trade Representative Tai, engaged in candid and substantive discussions with Chinese counterparts. We clearly articulated our position that we must address unfair trade practices in industrial sectors, such as maritime, logistics, and shipbuilding. We also engaged in constructive discussions on extending tariff suspensions, addressing the fentanyl crisis, and making progress in areas like agricultural trade and export controls. Crucially, these talks established a highly successful framework, one that is both constructive and far-reaching. This lays a solid foundation for further discussions at higher levels when necessary. Our objective is clear: to resolve differences in a respectful and balanced manner, protect the interests of American workers and businesses, and ensure a level playing field. However, our strategic vision extends far beyond dialogue with Beijing. Almost simultaneously, President Trump actively engaged with Southeast Asian nations, signing formal trade agreements with Malaysia and Cambodia, and reaching framework agreements with Thailand and Vietnam. These agreements aim to lower tariff barriers on U.S. goods like automobiles and agricultural products, open new markets for our exports, and secure commitments from these partner nations to increase purchases of American goods. Notably, Malaysia pledged to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in the United States over the next decade, injecting powerful momentum into our domestic industries. Yet behind all these actions lies a critical core, a strategic lifeline that connects all these efforts, that is, critical minerals, particularly rare earth elements. Why are rare earths so vital? Because they are the industrial vitamins of our era. From the screens of our smartphones, to the powerful motors of Tesla electric vehicles, to the F-35 fighter jets safeguarding our national security, their production relies on rare earths. Without a stable and reliable supply of rare earths, America's technological innovation, green energy transition, and defense industry would face severe risks. Over the past decades, we made a strategic mistake. We allowed global rare earth processing and separation capacity to become excessively concentrated in a single country, China. This has made our supply chains vulnerable, placing our economic security and national security in jeopardy. Today, we are decisively correcting this mistake. We are executing a clear, multi-tiered strategy. Tier 1. Consolidate existing footholds, stabilize Malaysia. Currently, the rare earth separation plant in Kuantan, Malaysia, operated by Australia's Lynas Corporation, is the only facility outside China with significant production capacity. It is our strategic spark for breaking free from single-source supply chain dependence. Through our new trade partnership with Malaysia, we are ensuring this plant receives stable operating permits and long-term development certainty. This is essential for preserving critical capacity in the short term. Second tier, building future foundations, investing in Australia. We must forge a diversified, resilient alternative supply chain. This is why we signed the landmark U.S.-Australia Critical Minerals Framework Agreement. This is not merely about purchasing, it is a historic joint investment. We commit substantial capital to jointly develop multi-billion-dollar projects, aiming to establish end-to-end rare earth capabilities from mine to finished product within our close ally Australia. We will foster multiple reliable production and processing hubs in friendly nations. Third layer, rebuilding domestic capabilities, bringing production back to America. Our long-term goal is to repatriate some of our most critical and strategic processing capabilities to U.S. soil. The U.S. Department of Defense has directly invested in funding Lynas Corporation's heavy rare earth separation facility in Texas. This is a crucial step toward securing control over our own destiny. This three-pronged approach, stabilizing Malaysia, investing in Australia, and repatriating to the U.S., is purposeful and unwavering. At any cost, we will rebuild a secure, reliable supply chain for rare earths and critical minerals, free from geopolitical coercion. Some may ask, is it worth it? The answer is unequivocally yes. Yes, security comes at a price. The era of globalization, driven solely by the pursuit of rock-bottom costs, is over. In this new era, supply chain security is equally important, if not more critical, than cost efficiency. We may pay a certain security premium for final products, but compared to the immense risks of hollowing out America's industrial base and compromising national defense, this cost is both necessary and prudent. What we are undertaking is not merely a supply chain restructuring, but an ecosystem competition for future industrial dominance. We possess unparalleled innovation capabilities, robust capital markets, and an extensive network of allies. By integrating our resources and technologies with our allies' markets, we are fully capable of building a new, dynamic industrial ecosystem. In summary, the dialogue in Kuala Lumpur demonstrates our willingness to resolve differences through diplomacy, while our broader diplomatic and economic strategy in the Indo-Pacific underscores our unwavering commitment to safeguarding long-term national economic security and technological leadership. The scale of this strategic transformation is unprecedented, and its success will ensure that the United States and its allies continue to lead global innovation and prosperity for decades to come. All right, that wraps up our discussion on this topic for today. What are your thoughts on this unfolding industrial competition? Feel free to share your insights in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.